So the past couple of weeks, let's see, we came back from River Glen Horse Trials. Had a fairly decent go. Win and Rune and what else did I have? Lear, my retired racehorse project. All went, and you know, it was a fairly successful weekend. Rune ended up having a run out at fence 3 on cross country, which was a bit of a silly run out, but he still kind of greened to that level. He really enjoys it, he just has to take his time to look at it. So we're gearing up for Richland, which is up near Kalamazoo, Michigan. I'm taking Riot, Rune is going, and then also Lear, who is one of my retired racehorse projects for the RRP. So it should be a really fun weekend. Riot will be doing the CIC 1-star, so that will be exciting, and it's, you know, will be his first kind of a little bit bigger competition. And Richland is great. They have great footing. The last time I went was in 2015 with Johnny, and we did the CIC 3-star up there, and I just had an amazing time. So now that I have the opportunity, I'm really excited to kind of get back up there with these guys. The fact that Riot has to run in a CIC means that I had to do his passport. Anytime a horse is competing in the FEI classes, which those are the CIC or the CCI, they have to have their own passport, which shows their identification and also their vaccination records. And each horse now as well has to be microchipped. Whenever you show up to these big events, and the horses have to go through mandatory in-barns where they scan the horse for their microchip. And they also check the passport, make sure all of our vaccinations are up to date. It can kind of be a little stressful because you have to make sure that you're within the time periods with your vaccinations, and so I kind of make it to where all the horses in the barn are kind of all on the same schedule, so then I kind of don't miss anything. But it can be very detailed with the passports. Your vet has to come, make sure they get every single marking on the horse, every single whirl, and then everything has to be signed and stamped off and sent back up to the USEF, so then they can approve it, and then it has to be mailed back to you. So it can be a bit of a process. Can be a little nerve-wracking because you cannot compete unless you have your passport. So Riot ended up getting his done, and just to kind of show you guys, we're gonna go through Johnny's little passport. So it's actually really cool because you can see, like, every year, every 4 years we have to renew it. But you get to see kind of, you know, all the owners have to have signed. And then it's really neat because you get to see, like, all the places that we have gone to and what Johnny has gone and done. And that's really, like, kind of my favorite part to look at when you start to really see where they've been. And then, so this is just to give you a little show of what the vets have to fill out, and kind of, it's easy because Johnny is a solid black horse, but they have to be very precise with their language and whatever is written down. And then we have the all-important, what's the other, influenza. Influenza is really, the equine influenza is what we have to keep documented. So it's like every 6 months we have to make sure that they have their shots and they're signed. And of course then there's the others, the other vaccinations. So your West Nile, Eastern Western, encephalitis, and all that good stuff you have to make sure you have, especially when traveling overseas. So but that is pretty much it. And yeah, these are very, very important. You know, these you get very paranoid about their passports. So just a little bit of fun stuff, and then we'll be heading out to Richland. I think next Tuesday morning we'll be heading up that way. My dad is coming up from Tallahassee, and then we're going to kind of do a little meeting up. He's gonna lay over, and then we'll make the journey upwards. So it should be a fun trip, and I'm excited about how the horses are going to go, and I think it'll be a really cool week. Wanted to do a little shout out to Victoria. Thanks for following me, and you know, thanks guys for following along in the process, and hopefully keep following along with us.
What's it, Santa? He's like, I don't know.
That is so funny.
Stacking up. Oh, that is hilarious. Apparently he doesn't like watching me on film.